let's start the stream, I guess. So I guess we got more to look at than I thought. I'll take it. I will happily take it. And looks like we're good on the visuals. How are we on audio? We are indeed good on audio. So, hello people of the internet. It is I, Soul Rack Dragon here, back with more Fate Grand Order, where there's apparently news. Fate Grand Carnival first season website release celebration campaign. I was not expecting some news. I was expecting to just dive straight into things. But holding a special campaign to celebrate the launch of the Fate Grand Carnival first season official website. Stay up to date with Fate Grand Carnival first season by visiting the official website. Images on this page are part of the development version. In-game graphics may differ. So about the first season, you can go to that website. Special login bonus will be available to celebrate the launch of the website. Log in during each period below to obtain the limited timed Craft Essence 4-star SR Fate Grand Carnival first season CE. This period lasts from tomorrow for a week. You have to complete it Fuyuki. It's a standard master mission by 50 for each. Double chance for Super and Great Suck for Grand Carnival servants, which is actually a fair variety of the map. Seba, Saber Lily, Nero, Jaguar Warrior, Leonardo, Da Vinci, Merlin, Gil, Jean, Dante's, Shelter, Sitanai, and Mash. That's actually less than I thought. I guess it's only the ones on the cover thing, because a lot more were actually in the first one. I guess a little too much, so... In fact, I'm pretty sure most servants were in the first season, so... It makes sense that not every servant is on there. Double friend point gain for those servants as well. And... I guess that's news. I will take it. And then, of course, it's just the summoning campaign, which I'm not going to focus much on. Although, there was really quickly there. You need to have the opportunity to gain the Spiriton dress for Lambda. But that is beside the point. I have one more thing I wish to check before jumping into things. Is it still Lambda's banner? That is my question. Is it still the Lambda banner? I don't think it is. I feel like it's probably Okita's banner at this point. It is indeed Okita's banner at this point. I may throw a single 11 spin on there, because I did kind of want to get Okita, you know. Kind of did, but I wasn't going to jeopardize my chances of getting that NP5 Lambda. So, before I jump into the story, there is, of course, the missions and shop to clear, because I've been hoarding materials for quite some time at this point. So let's take care of this first. 20 Hermit Crabs gets us 5 steaks. And unlocks 40 Hermit Crabs, which just gives us 5 Aurora Steel. Sorry, it was getting a little loud in my ears. And then 40 Wild Beasts gets us 5 Dragon Fangs. 40 Demonic Enemies gets us 100 rare prisms. 100 rare prisms, that would be something. Gets us 100 mana prisms. 80 gets us 5 Stakes of the Wailing Knight. 5 Archers gets us 5 Gems of Archers. 10 Archers gets us 10 of the Jewels, I think. Magic Gems of Archer. Specificities. And then 10 of the Sweeten Palace gets us 5 Stakes of the Wailing Knight. 15 Loved One Servants gets us Bets by the Saint quest, as well as Homunculus Babies. And then the last quest remaining for us to do is the 90 million QP total, which gets us the 4th casino and the 2nd of our Tomoe CEs. I will take it. And with the 4th casino unlocked, we can do that here in just a minute. I have a bot I need to ban. Goodbye, bot. There is no place for you here. Alright, and now I'm going to actually hit up the shop because, again, I've got a frick ton of materials that I need to be spending. So we need to at least make sure we have 100 of the 4 and the 5-star materials left. That should not be too hard. We can probably for sure finish off the Midsummer Memories. We can't unlock the golden foes just yet. We do have enough dice to get the 100 Blazes of Wisdom and the 100 Fires of Wisdom. That's pretty much it for the dice. We can get all the Hearts of the Foreign Gods. And all of the Cursed Beast Skeletons. Hey, Deontay! Welcome, welcome, welcome to the stream. Happy things, happy things. And what do you mean they sandbagged Aresh? What do you mean by that? I feel somewhat worried for Aresh. All the Lamps of Evil Sealing. Shells of Remembrance. And the Eternal Gears. Okay, I've actually cleared out a fair bit of the shop already, and I'm not even done with the 4th casino just yet. Hot damn, I'm good. I can really quickly here. I should probably claim all these fever tickets. Even though I'm waiting until I get to Castle Camelot to use them. As well as all these daily login tickets. But let's claim all of our Midsummer Nights and login consecutive bonuses, because I'm slacking on those. Yeah, that'll do. Filter out the foes. Take those 2 Midsummer Nights. Hey, J6, welcome, welcome, welcome to the stream. Happy things, happy things. Alright, and let's really quickly here enhance that CE. Alright, so I'm guessing it's probably the one on the far left is the oldest. Although, you know what? Sort by acquisition. What's the oldest one? I was right. I called it. I'm brilliant. See, let us quickly MLB this. Now, I haven't reached Bond 3 with Lambda yet. Not yet. I'm hoping I can reach it today, though. I'm hopeful. Very, very hopeful. Beyond all that, though, that's all the extra stuff, so it's time to get to the 4th casino. Casino de Rekoichi. Although, real quickly, do I have any extra quests? I do have this Bets by the Saint I can do. It's only 5, I suppose. Should I? I feel like I probably should do this, shouldn't I? Also, what are my other missions? Out of curiosity. I'm like halfway done. I only have 3 missions I'm in progress with. All the other ones are done. Damn. Okay, Bets by the Saint. You'll form your party immediately before the battle begins. They give Aresh a buff, knowing that once Lartoria gets an NP interlude, she falls yet again. Wait, did Lartoria get an NP interlude? Or something? Again, I'm not really up to date with JP News, though I feel like I know enough about LB6 that I can safely visit the subreddit again. Hang on. What the heck is... Is there an ad on a website?
What's up, guys? Dr. Lupo, partnering with Verizon. Whenever you shop any of these great gaming accessories right here on Verizon.com,
what is causing this?
So you can get more out of it. Trust me, I'm a doctor.
What the heck?
Hey, does someone
I have literally nothing else open.
Get ready to take on summer with new iced drinks at Dunkin', like a full-bodied and smooth sunrise batch coffee, a refreshing lemonade with
It's not. It's like literally not.
vanilla cold brew with sweet cold foam. Make the most of your
Is it Discord?
iced drinks at Dunkin'. America runs on Dunkin'.
Where the heck were those ads coming from? I legitimately have no clue where the heck those ads started to pop up from. Okay. That was weird. I completely exited out of my web browser. It, like, literally shouldn't have had any ads. I'm on fanfiction. And that was, like, the only site I'm on. I'm not even on Twitch or YouTube at the moment, so that's very weird. I'm not a rooster, I'm a dragon, and there's no need to report me. I will just cut that portion out of all future things. Maybe. Maybe mute it. I don't know. I really don't know how that would work. Anyways, let's start this battle. See what this is about. But did Lartoria actually get an interlude or something, Deontay, and that's why you're saying that? That's by the Saints. I mean, even when I'm completely muted, my frickin', when I completely muted the web internet browser, it still was doing stuff. It's odd. Please don't look at the Reddit. Am I not been spoiled enough? Oh, I forgot that I'm on power saver mode still. Gotta remember I'm on power saver mode, so I actually have to actively be pressing on my phone. Otherwise, it's just gonna go blank. Gambling? Well, I did used to be a priest. I don't dislike gambling, but only when one's livelihood is at stake. Betting money for money's sake, well, it still doesn't sit right with me, you know? So, Amakusa does not like betting money for money's sake. Or maybe he does. I was guessing this was going to be about Jean, but I guess I was wrong. So much for abstinence, indeed. Huh, I'm sorry, let's just say there were extenuating circumstances. Well, you're doing really well. The pile of chips is enormous. Jealousy. And as long as you don't fall prey to its charms, the roulette wheel is a cakewalk. All you need to do is follow the law of probability whenever it takes you. Oh, I suppose learning how to read the dealer is important, too. Even so, you seem really good at it. It helps that I don't care about the money. In fact, I'd say that's my greatest strength. Yeah, why the heck are you here if you don't care about the money, dude? You mean you don't understand? What I'm doing here is gambling. Sorry, that's a secret. Anyway, I think that's enough for today. You're calling it a day already? I am better to quit while I'm ahead. If I keep pushing my luck, it would only be a matter of time until the casino brings out the first-rate dealer. Here, would you mind exchanging these for money for me? I have a feeling this is not going to go so hot. I'd definitely rather avoid going up against a first-rate dealer if I can help it. I like to think I'm good at reading people. That goes for both their thoughts and their actions. So I have every confidence that I can win against a third or even second-rate dealer. I've only been spoiled about the cream of the cake. So I only know the frosting, but not the actual body, is what you're saying. But if I win too much, they'll bring out a first-rate dealer, and then the jig will be up. So, as I said, I make sure to quit while I'm still ahead. Unfortunately, now that I've done that a few times, the other casinos probably have me marked now. And just when I'm getting this close to earning all the money I need. And you need it for... You know how we have more child servants around nowadays, right? So I need to save up enough during the summer that the 1-2 punch of Halloween and Christmas doesn't bankrupt me. I see. Wait, does that mean you're saving up QP all on your own? Of course, my gifts would be meaningless if I didn't buy them with the money I earned myself. Restoring humanity is my duty as a heroic spirit. This is merely a personal obligation. Though that's not to say they're not both valuable. You only get one life to live, after all. Unless you're a heroic spirit, then you get 2. Select heroic spirits. Huh? That's weird. I don't remember this casino ever being here, Senpai. I think we'd rather remember seeing one of this size before. A new casino, huh? This should be fun. Let's check it out. Sure it's not a trap here, Amakusa? Oh, it's definitely a trap. But the fact that someone went to the trouble of setting up this trap means there's a sizable reward to be had for besting it. So I see no reason to not try my hand at it. Alright then, I'm going in. What are you two gonna do? Master, let's go with him. The best way to beat a trap is to set it off preemptively. Okay, I'll be glad to accompany you. It's wonderful to see you two lovebirds getting along so well. Oh, Amakusa sees it. Amakusa, you are an excellent wingman. I'm sorry, it's just so heartwarming that I couldn't help but tease you a bit. You're in unusually high spirits today, aren't you, Amakusa? Am I? Well, that's not good. The higher my spirits, the more likely I am to overlook potential gambling dangers. In that case, maybe we better go with you. Hey, Robin and Fuma.
Robin, Kotaro.
I've been taking a few of these casinos of cleaners myself. Yes, much of my concentration as a bystander who happens to get swept up in it. Oh, come on, lighten up. I really do appreciate you bailing me out with that smoke bomb back there. Good grief. Alright then, let's all go in together. A priest, a ninja, and a thief walk into a casino. Sounds like the opening line for some joke.
Feels like there's something different about this casino.
Yeah, like it's filled with monsters? There's no real difference between casinos. All the more so if you're talking about the one in Vegas. Now, come on, let's go make some money. If there's something you'd like to do here, Master, I would be glad to accompany you. Yeah, let's make some money. No problem. What about you, Lord Amakusa? Lord Amakusa. Fancy seeing you here. Hey, Semirami's! His own waifu, Amakusa's waifu's here.
Likewise. I take it you two have been lured in by this strange casino, then?
What do you mean by that?
I'm quite certain this casino did not exist in a singularity as of yesterday. So the fact that it sprung up seemingly out of nowhere must mean...
Alright, it's luring us in.
Indeed, so try to be at least somewhat careful, you great fool. That goes for you too, Master. This concerns you just as much as us.
Sorry?
Well, no matter. Consider yourselves fortunate that you happen to run into me here.
Oh yeah, of course I am.
Good.
Anyway, if that's the case, I don't like our chances of winning here. Are you freaking kidding me? You beat my street flush with a goddamn royal street flush? I'm pretty sure it's only you can only get a royal flush. I don't think it's a royal straight flush. It's just a royal flush.
Now I see.
I don't like the way this is shaping up. Please stay behind me, Master. Welcome to the third ring of hell. Master Kotaro, I trust you two can understand what's going on here. Don't you think it's odd how whenever you hear about the rings of hell, there's always odd numbers like the first and third? I've heard of the second, I believe.
True. I don't think I've ever heard of anyone mention the second or fourth rings.
Perhaps that's because 4 in some language sounds like the word for death, and that would be too on the nose even for hell. Hey, I'm still talking. You are now in the rift between hells. A casino of desperation that will keep you gamblers here until the day you die. Well, you don't say. So what, we've been chosen to be sacrificial pawns or something? Exactly. This is a place of gambling where every form of cheating under the sun is permitted. You can leave with your lives or you can leave with your keepy, but you're not getting out of here with both. Well, I mean, if I just walk out now, I'm leaving with both my QP and my life, so...
Would you like me to set fire to this place, Master? This bounded field isn't very strong. My noble vandalism should be able to break through it.
Everybody else, what do you think? Burn it down to the ground?
How do you do, Amakusa Shiro?
Good question. I think I'll start by winning at gambling. Deal me in. Oh, Amakusa is confident. Royal straight flush.
What do you know? Me too. And according to the house rule you told us about earlier, that would mean I win since my card suit trumps yours. Thanks for the game.
You.
Yes.
You're cheating. There's no way my hands could be losing to the exact same hand every single round.
You did not say all forms of cheating were permitted here.
Only for us.
Oh, now I get it.
You're the residual animosity of the Vegas gamblers who were kicked out for cheating. Oh yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, what does one have to do with the other?
Try not to think about it too hard, Master. There's no reasoning with vengeful spirits. As they keep getting kicked off for cheating, the resentment starts to build and build. And now it's made a nest of vengeful spirits designed to lure in gamblers who know what they're doing. I see, that would certainly explain why they lured me. So what now? Good question. What do you say we table the game gambling for a while? And go back to our original professions.
Ooh. I was thinking possibly demon, but I guess ghost makes sense. It's not fair.
Enemies changing to combat ready form. Waiting your orders, master. Fine, fine. I suppose I can lend a hand. Just when I was starting to enjoy myself.
Okay. So, Ryder, I guess we should probably bring along Semiramis. And we'll go with the primary squad here. Which means Melt. And Summer BB get replaced by Lambda. So Lambda can charge. And we can go like this and this. There we go. That works. Wow, this is gonna be so freaking difficult to pull off. I have no idea how I will manage this fight here, you know. What does Semiramis even do? Debuff resistance down is good. Probably should have led with that. And not really worth it. And not really worth it. Okay, melt. Time to melt this ghost to nothing. Oh, I completely forgot to switch around Mystic Codes. That's my bad. I'll have to do that here for too long. Although this is my primary squadron, like the main battle team, so using my best Mystic Code is probably the best idea. Easy peasy. Yeah, Lambda's almost spawned 2, which is good. Very, very good. A little bit of QP. We're closing in on the gap, but that's what the 4th casino is going to fix. I was supposed to win! Poor cheaters. Cheaters never prosper.
An illusion, as I suspected. When did you figure it out? The second I set foot in the building, naturally. Remember I possess the double summon trait.
She does, doesn't she? She's technically caster and assassin. Which makes me wonder if they ever make a summer Semiramis, is she just gonna by default be a caster with the double summon trait, the other one being assassin? Because that would be kind of clever, not gonna lie. That would be fairly clever.
To a caster, that casino's true nature could not have been more obvious. I was rather looking forward to it since one so rarely gets a chance to gamble with ghosts. But then you had to go and ruin my fun. Oh, I do apologize for that. But for what it's worth, I think it would have been a very dull game. In all likelihood, it would have only been you wasting your time. True, nonetheless, Amakusa Shiro. You are wholly to blame for this state of affairs. You will therefore use the money you won in your last bet to treat the rest of us to a good meal.
Sounds fair. Ooh.
So you noticed that, huh? How could I not? Who do you think you're talking to? Alright, you got me. I may as well spend the money I made off that vengeful spirit in this world. Come on, master. Let's all take a walk around and see if we can't find a good restaurant.
Sounds like a, good idea. One quartz, not bad. Alright, so... Oh, we also have this one. Big Chance Quest Raise. Ooh, that's a lot of QP to be betting here. And I don't want... Wait. When did my limit raise? Did my limit raise when I... It must have raised when I beat the casino. Or when I unlocked the next casino. So, 4 million costs, but an 8 million payout. That'll be really good. I might have to look at the guide to see exactly what we're up against. There it is. Big Chance Raise. 2 casters and a Break Bar Berserker. Starts by debuffing the front line's NP gain. On break, the Berserker gains a damage cut buff, and upon death, will charge one of my servant's NP by 100% if killed within 3 turns. All enemies have a chance of gaining 1 NP charge with each normal attack. So it suggests to bring a strong AoE Rider or Berserker. I think we'll do it. It also says it does not drop QP or currency, so... Okay. In that case... The only strong Berserker I have that's leveled up is Zerkerlot. I do have some stronger riders. Let me drop this for a moment. And refresh my list so I get some actual people on my list. So let me think. What can I do with Merlin here? Double Merlin, Waver, and it says to bring a strong rider, AoE. Unfortunately, actually I do have Mo, but I could bring Iskandar. I could just bring Iskandar and Smush. And in fact, that very much sounds like something I should do. This gives no starting NP, unfortunately. So it's risky. In the meantime, Merlin will get his CE. Skahadi will get Waver's CE and be replaced by Waver. So this alone is only 90% charge. It's a lot of it's a lot of DACA though. I should also, since they're not going to be partaking in this fight, throw on Chaldea Lunchtime on Mashu and Master Experience, Mystic Code, Master Experience, HP Restore. Excuse me. Heroic Spirit Portrait Mashu. Yeah, we'll go with this because it'll give me a little bit more bond. I think we'll go with this party. We can swap out the extra Merlin for Waver. Yeah, let's give this a shot. I feel relatively confident. Bless thy beak. Are you saying I have a big nose, J6? Is that what you're saying? I have a big nose that's like a beak. I didn't think I had that big of a nose. I'm a bird. No, I'm not a bird. I'm not a bird. I'm a dragon. I'm a dragon. Okay, so it's Paracelsus, Hans, and Vlad. Okay, so the NP down did not trigger. Oh, Iskandar, you mad lad, Iskandar. Do we have enough? We might have enough damage. I wouldn't want to use that yet. Tactics is a wait, so this should be, because there's the arts card in there, we should get enough NP generation as well. Get the invincibility off and do the first of the hero creations. Somebody swap out the support Merlin for my waiver, who will buff Iskandar even more so. All the Daka on Iskandar here. Alright, Iskandar. Smash? Ooh. It's gonna be close. Yes! Iskandar smash, and we get his NP. Alright. Time to just completely rinse this little challenge and make some bank. I'll save Merlin's other invincibility just in case. You know, more precaution than anything. I'm glad Iskandar's been pushed to be leveled. Oh, it's gonna be damage. Oh, that damage! That was a glorious amount of damage. Whew. That felt good. That felt real nice. Not gonna lie. Alright, but that is that big bet quest done. Gave us 8 million QP, which does go to the counter. Awesome. Alright, that reduced that time period a fair bit. So now it's time to actually work on the 4th casino. So 4th casino, Casino de Rakuza. It has... Oh, we get Lambda as a support. I will gladly take the support Lambda until my Lambda is usable, which will be happening at NP. We're at bond level 3. Alright, so it looks like this one drops me some 4-star CE, so we want to bring along the Pharaoh squad here. And yeah, this will work out nicely. Let's go. Hey, Wobbuffet. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the stream. Howdy things, howdy things. Why are you dead inside? Actually is a better question. Why are you dead inside? There. So that's Las Vegas I've been hearing so much about. Fair point, fair point. Looks like I don't have that much time left. Come on, buddy. Hang in there. What kind of snacks are you in the mood for, though, J6? That is important. You got nothing on a 10-roll, and you get Artoria on signals. I mean, you can think of it, Wobbuffet, as not being Artoria. You can think of her as the Goddess Rongo mini-ad. Just using Artoria's face. Huh? I don't think we've been to this casino before.
This decor looks kind of Japanese. And it does seem kind of familiar, but it also feels like there's something different about this place compared to other casinos.
Well, actually, it's only the first form that is of the bunny outfit. Later on, she gets like a very nice summer dress with a parasol. She actually looks very good in the later Ascensions, too.
Kinda smells like a totally different beast somehow, like there's something funky about the whole thing.
Fo-fo! Welcome, welcome. Come on in, we got die-cut candy, fortune-telling, goldfish scooping. And don't forget to try the deep-fried butter. Ugh. I just felt like deep-fried butter. I can feel my heart stopping. That's a heart attack waiting to happen. And how do you even I know, okay, I really shouldn't ask how can you deep fry butter when I know you can deep fry ice cream, so I'm still not sure how they did that. But I know that I do remember at a festival when I was younger there were being deep fried ice cream. It was weird.
Die-cut candy, goldfish scooping. These aren't the kind of shops I usually associate with Las Vegas.
Hey, Draconic, welcome, welcome, welcome to the stream. Happy things, happy things.
Except for the deep fried butter. That sounds pretty American.
It's really not American. I cannot say I've heard of deep fried butter. Looked like a corn dog with powdered sugar. A deep fried Milky Way. That just sounds weird. Like, I'm not even... Honestly, I don't care for deep fried things, personally. The only things I like fried are French fries. And then occasionally we fry up some, like, chicken breasts, like little fried chicken tenders. Tempura. I've seen it before, and at one time I knew what it was, but off the top of my head, I cannot. I know it's a sort of... It's not... I can't really say it's a soup dish, is it? No. I'm thinking of something else. Tempura bowl. I'm thinking of something else completely, clearly.
Deep fried butter, is it even safe to eat? I think I read an article somewhere saying deep fried butter is a festival food made by coating frozen stick of butter with honey and cinnamon batter, deep frying it and topping with sugar glaze before serving.
Butter, honey, cinnamon, and sugar. Now I feel like my teeth are rotting, as well as my heart stopping. Good lord. It's fried seafood or meat coated in breadcrumbs. Okay, gotcha. Doing good, just woke up from a nap and went back to work today as you prepare for inventory on Wednesday. Oh man. Inventory day probably is not the best day, I can't imagine.
Really, breading and deep frying butter, so the concept of counting calories is just lost on the people here.
I know, Lambda. I cannot believe these people don't count their calories.
Not that I have to worry about gaining weight myself since I'm originally a digital life form.
Plus, you're also water, so... So wait, does that mean that Melt will eat anything? Interesting. Oh, you're going on vacation Friday? Nice. I'm hoping you have a good time on vacation. I would ask where you're going, but that's a little bit too much personal information. Yeah, that's unfair, though, that Melt can eat anything and not have to worry about counting calories. Well, well, we haven't seen you around before, girlies. You know what this place is. This here's Casino de Rakuichi Rakuza, where outlaws and criminals of all stripes don't have to worry about the summer Lion King bringing down our necks. Now that you're here, you're gonna do things our way, or else.
My man, this casino certainly knows how to not treat a lady. I hope you're ready to face the consequences. The carnival games are fine, but this place is clearly scribbling for the bottom of the barrel for its hired help. I guess this Japanese vibe's okay, but it still reeks of bad taste overall. And it's like something out of the Azuichi Momoya period.
Indeed. Tempura. 4-day vacation for you, Draconic. Nice. 4-day vacations are nice. I might have a 4-day weekend coming up for myself next week. Hopefully, fingers crossed, you know. Fingers crossed. Yeah, I don't even know how to pronounce what you said in the right there originally, Boba Fett. You're mouthing off to us, bitches. Nobody mouths off to us and gets away with it. Get 'em. I can say it since FGO is technically an M-rated game, I think. Actually, what is FGO even rated? I don't know. I haven't looked on the App Store in a while, so I'm not sure what FGO is rated on the App Store. Huh, yeah, hooligans couldn't even behave yourselves for 5 minutes, huh? Fine, then let's do this thing. Oh, it's rated T. Okay, I guess... It's probably... If it was given movie ratings, I would guess PG-13, then. Actually, it very much depends. Because there are some servants that are drunk. And I know depictions of alcohol generally gets an R rating, so... who knows? It's not a movie, after all. Speaking of movies, though... Oh, they keep leaking more and more previews for the Solomon Singularity movie, and it just makes me want to watch it more. The more and more I see of the frickin' Solomon Singularity movie, the more and more I want to watch it. You know, 2 symbols of demons. She doesn't drop the F-bomb, so that's fine, true. And LOL... Blank exists? Blank exists. I wasn't aware that there was M-rated content in FGO that would necessitate you blanking it out, Boba Fett. You must clearly be getting those rumored CEs that people beg the developers to put in for Bond 15. 5 Rider class servants is a mission. 10 of the Casino Rakuzujis, all the beginner quests, including Fevers, has been unlocked. 7 out of 10 humanoid enemies and Oni level enemies has been unlocked. A lot of stuff has been unlocked. You will summon either Leviathan or Beelzebub on the beach so he can protect you from sharks since you are scared. At that point, you also probably want to, if she was available, you would also want to try and summon John Archer, since, you know, she trains dolphins, and dolphins are shark killers. Okay, we're sorry how we acted. Whatever you do us, please don't kill us. When you get right down to it, most of the swordmasters come from Japan, right? So it's pretty sad you guys couldn't tell how strong we are, even though we work at a Japanese-style casino. I know, I said if she was on Raid Up, that's who you'd want to go for. And how are you going to summon Beelzebub? I don't think Beelzebub has a component servant. Though, now that I mention it, I gotta wonder why there's no swimsuit swordmaster to be found here. Compared to that battle royale at the Pharaoh's places, this one's way. I think you're mistaken, Hokusai. It's very possible that there's a swimsuit swordmaster here. I agree. Huh? Why is that? I'm not you too, Toto-sama. Don't tell me I'm the only one still in the dark here. I'll say I found it odd from the start. We're supposed to fight in the 7 duels of sword beauties, right? Our first match against Iori was, well, the first. But then the Summer Lion King only told us to fight the swimsuit swordmasters who are in 5 casinos. Yep, just didn't add up at all. Nope. Oh, Iori. Does Iori run this casino then? I didn't. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. Oh man, you're right. There's one missing. Right, so I thought there might be another swimsuit swordmaster besides the ones who run the casinos. I also thought the Summer Lion King might be planning to have the 2 of us fight. But if that were the case... she could have just had us do so right after your first duel with Iori. Since she didn't, I have to think she meant for you to duel someone else. Last time we were there, you opened Google and a news article popped up that said sharks appeared on the beach next to ours, so you didn't want to go in, so F that. I mean, I'm not a big swimmer, personally. I mean, if I had the chance to swim with dolphins, I definitely would, because dolphins are for sure my favorite non-mythical / legendary animal.
Yeah, I could see that. I heard there's stray swimsuit swordmasters out there besides those of us who run the main casinos, too. Maybe the Summer Lion King wants you to beat someone else beside the official ones and doesn't care who it is. If you don't find one, then she can always go with the backup plan of pitting you and your Dragon Slayer heavy against each other. Either way, she's not going to checkmate you anytime soon. It does indeed sound plausible. Oh, by the way, J6, out of curiosity, am I fine to get on the server to just, like, do stuff? Or, is there a prank waiting for me there for when I log on? Because if you don't want me to log on, I will not log on. Just saying. Unfortunately, I'm embarrassed to say that I still haven't finished gathering information about any swimsuit swordmasters of that sort. I'm so sorry. Don't worry about it. In that case, we just gotta ask around here. You didn't actually know the symbol of Leviathan. It's like an upside down 8 with a cross. Interesting. Hey, is there a swimsuit swordmaster in this place?
Swimsuit swordmaster? Sorry, I've never heard of anyone like that.
Then who runs this casino? The gift is in the house, so I probably want to not log on since... Yes, the server should be on. I thought I turned it off on Thursday, but somehow J6 got on, so it might have auto-restarted itself. And I guess J6 has left a present inside my house, so please do not go inside my house. Then who runs this casino?
Oh, that'd be the Casino Demon King Nobunaga, of course. She's the one who originally started the Rakuichi Rakuza in the first place.
Nobunaga, does that mean she's... And we'll find out when we get to her. So, where can we find this Casino Demon King?
I think she said she was going to assemble her swimsuit daimyo, who control the Rakuichi Rakuza, and go revolt against the Summer Lion King.
The swimsuit daimyo, as if swimsuit swordmasters weren't enough as it is. Anyway, it sure sounds like the casino's Demon King is the other swimsuit swordmaster. Fo-fo! What about the swimsuit daimyo? What do they lack?
The swimsuit daimyo, huh? First up, there's the mad dog of the Tosa, who's racked up so much gambling that he's practically at death's door. Debt man walking Iso. Then there's the two most ruthless dice sharks in all of Vegas, Orochi Oroyu and Bailong Sakamoto. Next we got the daimyo who just showed up because she was bored and wanted to try deep fried butter, and the one who likes to put off her counterforce assignments until the last day of summer vacation.
That does indeed sound like Okita.
Miss Mashin and Miss Cha-Cha. Finally, there are the bloodthirsty newcomers who like to chop off heads like the workstates never went out of style.
Hey! She's in an event fairly quickly. Still, while I do like her, that look is kind of creepy.
The carnages of war. So yeah, each of Lady Nobunaga's swimsuit daimyo heads up one of the casino's different sections.
Putting aside that, I have no idea where to even begin, Fall. That, it's gonna be troublesome dealing with all these daimyo. Even the best Venom Thief can only steal one thing at a time. Here's an idea, why don't we split up, take down these daimyo people separately, and save ourselves some time? That'll certainly be more efficient. Besides, they're strays. They can't hope to hold a candle to us. So you can take care of the so-called Casino Demon King. So we'll be doing simultaneous divide and conquer? Sounds pretty strategic.
Sounds good. Let us split up and get to work.
This is great. I love how we're all moving so fast. We'll stand on the same page. Alright, let's get them.
Let's do it.
Say, where's Lady Yori? Don't tell me she still ain't back. No, she rejoined us at Ruby Suiton Palace. I could have sworn she was right here with us a moment ago. Where could she have gone off to? There's Udon here, isn't there? Why do you think that she's going to be a Lancer in her Demon King, in her summer form, Boba Fett, out of curiosity? So these swimsuit swordmasters have finally come. You know how I feel like I did something similar recently? Must have been one of those midsummer night dreams. Anyway, with the power of my swimsuit daimyo at my command, I'll defeat this Summer Lion King lady myself. And then all of Las Vegas will be mine. Come quick, sister, it's the swimsuit daimyo, they. Keep it down, Nobukatsu, no need to shout. Now, what about the swimsuit daimyo?
You know, now that I think of it, why do we call them swimsuit Daimon when none of them are wearing swimsuits?
Never mind that now. What happened?
Well, they...
What's that strange engine roar?
Chacha's a berserker, though? I'm confused, Wobbuffet. You've confuzzled me.
There you are. You know, that can't be.
We have a summer servant that's not in the summer event. Who, if you don't mind me asking?
Well, after all that trouble I went to track down this fabled Daimo's hideout. Whoever did this, I'm impressed they managed to beat a phantom thief to the punch.
She came from the sky. I couldn't do a thing against her.
Oh, Kagetora, gotcha. Gotcha. I was confused there, Wobbuffet. You confuzzled me.
I see I've already had company.
Oh, are you house having a frog grip? Hey, or you never saw her coming? Or you will never live this down as long as Oryu lives.
Don't feel bad, Oryu. There was nothing we could have done against her. For multiple reasons.
Alright, see you when you get back, J6.
I'm sorry to bother when you've already been defeated, but could you tell me what happened? She got me, oh my god, I knew I should have been more careful when going to the bathroom.
When going to the bathroom, oh, poor Kagetora. Poor Kagetora. Again with the bathroom. Yeah, event spoilers are fine, as long as you don't spoil the plot.
Yeah, I couldn't even tell what was happening before I started bleeding from my head.
Are you talking about Achilles? Perhaps?
You know, so far so good. Wait, huh? Am I interrupting something?
I can't believe it. I just stepped out for a while to buy some deep fried butter, only to find Lady Cha.
I only found Lady Cha-Cha like this when I returned. Who did this to you, Lady Cha-Cha?
It was... Jay.
Dun dun dun.
But are you talking about Achilles, perhaps, Wobbuffet? Because I'm... Oh, Nobukatsu has a summer outfit. I did not know Nobukatsu had a summer outfit. Oh, as his second ascension. Okay, I thought he legitimately had a summer outfit or something. Okay, formation restriction. It doesn't look like there's anything special as far as currency drops, so we will bring a Scotty. Boy needs to be in the starting lineup here. I don't know, honestly. Sometimes I question myself. We'll bring Melt, and then we need to bring Okita, or by Okita I mean Oi, so we'll go with this, and go like that. That works. This works. This is fine. This works. Let's go. Fourth casino. The name is J. It's already burned down to the game. Burned down to the ground.
This is where the casino demon king who runs Rakuichi Rikuza lives. This is horrific.
Somebody already took her out.
Get out of here, soul. The casino's done for. Demon King Nobunaga, can you tell us what happened? Well, I opened the casino de Rakuichi Rakuza, so no one could enjoy gambling without having to pay protection fees. You mean you weren't gathering swimsuit diamond to challenge the Summer Lion King for control of Las Vegas? Oh, you already know about that, huh? Yeah, I was kind of jealous that the Summer Lion King got a yacht. So I decided I was going to take it for myself. That's why I was running this casino out here, but then... Huh? What's that sound? Oh no, she's here.
Swimsuit Okita has entered the fray.
I like how she just goes after every single one of Nobu's entourage, just as revenge for Nobu getting her swimsuit first, and for probably ditching her in summer too. Yeah, I can get that up here.
I see it's time to break out my jetpack again. Trying to open a gambling hall without getting permission from the authorities? Outrageous!
Or maybe she's law-lusted? Artoria. So I need the servant planner. And then Artoria. Summer? No. What is her name? Ruler. Is this outdated? All servants. There, it is outdated. Okay, I'm getting her up. So, I'm just gonna set her to max level of 90. All skills to 10. And calculating. So, actually, it's fairly cheap. Wow, that's actually kind of cheap. You only need 45 reverse dragon scales, 36 of the shells, 3 lures to 10 tenor, and then 5 of every one of the pieces in both silver and gold form, and 15 of every one of the gems. So yeah, that's actually super cheap.
Heavens might let you get away with this, but not the Shinsengumi will not. The Shinsengumi will not. I, Swimsuit Swordmaster Okita J. Soji, will see to you are dealt with swiftly. The outfit. You did it! Master, what are you doing here? Okita, I'm putting that swimsuit you're wearing aside. What is that you're wearing on your back? Well, you see... Like a contraption, how you're zipping around in the air? I've never seen anything so bizarre. You've got it wrong. I'm no longer Okita Soji, you know, Master. As the wielder of the Jet Tenin Rishin Ryu, I'm the strongest swimsuited sword fighter of the Bakumatsu era. Okita J. Soji. Okita J. Soji? Where in the world did you come from? That J in your name does have a nice ring to it, though.
Yeah, you should have... everything should be really easy to get. And, you know, even with 40% charge, that's perfectly fine with Bunny Toria. I've got enough extra things to get her charge.
Are you kidding? It's just plain dorky, not a hint of wabi or wasabi to it.
I mean, honestly, Wobbuffet, this event is pretty easy and good for QP, so, you know. If you're struggling with QP, this is probably better to do than doors.
Jet. Sandanzuki. Demon King Killer. Anyway, Master, I have my reasons why I can't back down from the Sword Beauty's match. Even if it means I have to fight you, too. Besides, my scanner's picking up a swimsuit Swordmaster particles. You, the one with the 4 katana, you're a swimsuit Swordmaster, too, aren't you? Sure am. I'm the immovable swimsuit Swordmaster Katsushika Hokusai. Then we can cut right to the chase. I, Okita J. Soji, swimsuit Swordmaster of Jet Tenin Shinryu, shall be your opponent. How about you? I don't know what this is all about, but I guess we're doing this now, huh? Alright then, you got it. Let's have a good, clean fight.
I mean, I've already gotten 100 million QP alone from this event, so... Merlin's just eating candied apples and watching this. That's great. Simply great. Plus, don't you want to get Sumanai's costume where he's dressed up all nice and smartly? Oh, wow, interesting. I didn't know candy apples could turn your tongue red. I just wish I could actually taste it, too. Though they do seem like they'd be right up Artoria's alley. Oh, it looks like Soul's crew is here, too. I wasn't expecting them to fight just yet. But it does look like it'll be a fun battle. I think I'll stay and watch in person for once. Merlin, you're not even here in person. 7 duels of sword beauties. Splashing Beauty, Katsushika Hokusai. Versus Jet Tenin Rishin Ryu Bunkini Okita Soji. Prepare yourselves. Fight! Also, I like how I completely and totally matched the announcer's voice for Okita. Sumanai. Siegfried. Dragon Man. 4-star Dragon Man. Or Kotaro's, you know. You're missing out on his costume by not doing the event. Shiki's costume. You know, if you ever want to tease J6 someday. Oh, wow. Instant 100% NP. That's fair. I have no idea if she's AoE. No, wait, she is AoE. Isn't she? It's 3 turns, so go for the stun. Why not? Doo-doo-doo. You don't have Siegfried? That's actually kind of surprising. I thought he was fairly common. I could have sworn Siegfried was a fairly common servant. I guess not. It's more for the teasing factor with Shiki, though, you know? Good job, Melt. Okay, so since she now has Sure Hit, also, I completely forgot to Primordial Rune. If I had Primordial Runed, I probably would have full NP here. That Sure Hit, though. You know what? Why not? It's gonna refresh soon anyways. So why not just go all out? Why do you need Shiki when you have Benny and Ma? Fair. Power Hutu. Also, you know, actually, you might not use her right now, but Oi here is actually one of the best 4-star single target sabers as well. You know. So, plus, she's got the whole artist motif, you know. I'm sure she would probably respect Benny and Ma. I mean, it's possible. I don't know. I honestly don't know if you've got the mats to power up Bunny Tor yet. They're easy enough mats, though. It's more the Embers and QP that you'll be worrying about. She's fast, real fast. When it comes to that pure speed, she's got all the other swimsuit swordmasters beat. But I train my swordplay with quick and accurate blushwork. I'm sure I can keep up with her. Just a little more and I'll have her pinned down. I see, I thought you were a rank amateur at first. Well, those 4 swords of yours clearly aren't just for show. Then it looks like I'll have to get serious about this. Too. Releasing limiters. Get ready, I'm going to end this with a final attack. Did her eyes just sparkle? Is she a cyborg? Hang in there, body. Full drive burst. Jet. Sun Denzuki. Wearing a real woman never backs down from a fight. Kirifuri, Kanan, Oi, Roban, Yoshitsune, Yoro, Ono, Amida. to have waterfalls in various provinces. Who, Oi? She has a country drawl, so I'm giving her a country drawl. Oh, I can't believe how strong that attack was. Those jetpack things really awesome. Don't be so modest. Your swordplay was truly magnificent. Why do you need more sabers? Well, what if there is a node that is only sabers? You know? Plus, actually, having multiple sabers is really good as well, just because then you can get higher NP. Wouldn't you like to see a higher than 100% NP on Benny Enma, Wobbuffet? Like the whole charge? Wouldn't you like to see her get maybe a 2 or even a 300% NP power? You know? You're really only hurting yourself by limiting Benny Enma's potential by not letting her reach those higher percentiles. Okita! I'm sorry, I just can't be used to being called that. I just don't understand how you became a swimsuit swordmaster, Okita. I thought you were still at Okea. I'll still at Kildea. Well, there's a very good reason for how I got here, though I should kind of warn you. It's kind of a long story. We're doing the flashback thing now. I love how she set it out. Hey, she started out with a swimsuit. Oh, Summer Okita finally wins. It's been so long since I started searching for a swimsuit of my own. So very, very long. These were trying, painful times, especially with Nobu always fanning the flames. But now that I finally have one, none of that matters. Yes, at last, at long last. This is the year I make my swimsuit debut. The only problem is that I'm just too beautiful. I mean, look at this ribbon. It's so cute. I can't wait to hear what Master and Nobu and all the others have to say. God, Okita, when did you get such an awesome swimsuit? It's so damn cute, I don't deserve to be in the same room as you. Right. So you finally realized the truth, Nitwit Nobu. The fact is, now that I've got a swimsuit, it's no exaggeration to say that I'm the strongest and the most beautiful Shinsengumi girl in the whole Bakumatsu era. Damn, I thought the best kind of swimsuit you could manage would be some dumb t-shirt like me. Oh god, I've been so foolish. Your swimsuit isn't just good, it's the cutest one of the century. Auntie's right. Might just look amazingly good. Even Cha-Cha has to take Cha-Cha's helmet off. Wait, that's a helmet? I sincerely thought Cha-Cha had a hat, not a helmet. Hang on. Hold up. I'm suffering a revelation here. Cha-Cha has an actual helmet instead of a hat. Wobbuffet, did you know this about Cha-Cha? That was not a hat, but a helmet? His helmet, His Imperial Highness gives Cha-Cha. Gets so sweaty in the summer, you have no idea. You really are better of us, original me. Your swimsuit form is perfectly beyond words. Just be careful, you're so pretty you might end up in a counterforce target. The idea of splendor, forget Bishamont, and you're the avatar of Benzentine, the goddess of beauty. I bet you'll easily end up with a bunch of amazing mid-level passive skills like A+ Divinity. This is all Okita's fantasy, isn't it?
Nah, what's with that outfit? You look fancy as anything. I bet even Rikyu himself would be tap dancing in bare feet if he saw you now. I can't believe I just never noticed now just how attractive you are until now. I feel like I've been shot straight through the heart. Why did you always dress so modestly, damn it? Then again, I should have known Okita Soji, captain of the Shinsengumi's first unit. Oh, I always had this in her. Now here's the thought. What about changing your name to Dynamite Okita? Yeah, it's true, you're the most transcendent beauty I've ever laid eyes on. It's clearly, this day doesn't really start in Japan unless you're there to start it. Oh, good lord. Okita, your power fantasy is insane. You think so too, right, Oryu?
Yeah, you're way too beautiful for a human swordsman. Are you some kind of extra special angel from the heavens? Oh, man. Oh, Okita, your fantasies are something. Yeah, or you'll give you a whole case of frogs to celebrate. Man, no wonder you're the strongest and prettiest of Bakumatsu swordsmen. Why compared to you, I'm just a weak, pathetic little manslayer. Just let me kneel before you. Shall I massage your feet? Please stop, everyone. You're embarrassing me. So if that's what you really think, I guess you can't all be wrong. I mean, my swimsuit figure is wonderful. Too wonderful for words if I do say so myself. Yeah, sure is, Okita. I gotta say, me and my dumb t-shirt don't hold a candle to you. Come on, everyone, let's all give Lady Okita the praise she deserves for being the most beautiful genius swimsuits-clad swordswoman ever. A round of applause for Okita and her swimsuit. Congratulations! Oh, this is... Oh, Okita. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Thank you, Bakumatsu-era. Thank you, everyone in the Shinsengumi. Thank you for being part of Summer Okita's big, great, grand victory. Oh, Okita. Oh, she really, really has been hoping for that swimsuit for some time, hasn't she? Yes, that's exactly how it's gonna turn out. Oh, I can't wait any longer. I've gotta go show everyone my new swimsuit right now. Man, I can't believe that was a galactic police call right after I added the cup of hot water to my noodles. It's a good thing I'm just such an awesome space detective that it only took me 3 minutes to eradicate the target. Now that I've saved the universe from yet another threat, I'm sure to get an amazing bonus this year. Not to mention I made it back soon enough that my noodles shouldn't be soggy yet. Hey, Critzy, welcome to the stream, and thank you for the 2 bits. 2 bits is very nice. You are currently, I think, even the bit leader at the moment. Hey there, my last cup of noodles of the month. I'm coming for you. Oh. XX, are you that poor? You don't need to say it's your last of the month. You're not bumming off me. XX. If you're a part of Chaldea, you can go to the cafeteria for free. You don't need to buy your own food. Save the money, XX. Save your money. But hobby things, Critzy, hobby things. Cup noodles. Huh? Crunch. Oh, well, sorry about that. I was in such a hurry. I didn't watch where I was going. You're, Okita, right? I think we met in the room next to the boiler once. Did Okita's head just get smushed? Are you okay? It wasn't that hard of a crash, and you don't seem to be injured. Oh, poor Okita. Oh, poor Okita. Good to hear that you're doing good. Good to hear you are doing good. What are you planning on, if you don't mind me asking, what are you planning on spending your giveaway winnings on? Hello, could you say something, please? CQ, anybody read me? Oh no, don't tell me. Is she dead? Oh, XX. You killed poor Okita. Oh man. Poor Okita is dead. Oh man, now what am I gonna do? My bonus is gonna drop like a rock if they find out I killed a non-combatant indigenous life form. Oh no, what if they cut it entirely? If I don't do something about this, I might not even be able to afford next month's batch of cup noodles. You don't need to buy them. Unless it's your favorite. I suppose it could be her favorite food. Alright then, I'll just have to use all my servant-verse scientific knowledge to save her, somehow. Maybe I can do something with my spare armor parts in this mysterious secret lab I haven't stumbled upon. No, maybe I will do something with them. You can do it, XX. I'm sure the paycheck gods will watch over you. Forget the galactic disasters. If there's ever been a battle you can't afford to lose, it's this one. Alright, let's get this operation started. Good lord. Poor Okita. She finally gets her swimsuit. She goes on a nice little power fantasy. Then she gets killed by XX and is being turned into some sort of Frankenstein monster. Oh, Okita. Oh, Okita. Let's put this part here, use the Galaxy Cell Drive in place of life support equipment, and set this strange energy gem I found in a primitive universe as the power source. Strange energy gem. Well, it's not. It's a good thing it's not Heroin X. It's Heroin XX that we're dealing with here, Boba Fett. Finally, I'll attach a reactor to this weirdly old-fashioned jetpack, and it sounds like she's just hammering it in with the hammer and nails. I'm done.
Everything should now be perfect. Theoretically. Alright. Come back to me, my newborn warrior. Switch on Viva la Revolution. I did it. It really worked. Where am I? I'm glad you're awake. I'm a totally innocent passerby who happened to find you collapsed in the hallway and fixed you up solely out of the goodness of my heart. Yep. Thanks. That's very nice of you. I'm sorry to make you worry. I've always been kind of sickly, so it doesn't take too much to make me faint. Well, that explains it. Now I feel even less bad. Anyway, you don't have to worry about that anymore. From now on, that jetpack will keep you nice and safe. Thanks. That's very nice of... Wait, did you say jetpack? What is this thing? Is this a jetpack? Specifically, it's a mid-air combat gadget with built-in life support.
The Triple X is on some strange sits. We don't have a Triple X yet, Wobbuffet. We don't have MHXXX yet. It's a little outdated, but it should still be super OP in this planet's civilization level. What if a little practice, you might even be able to fight in outer space with it? Whoa, slow down. Why jetpack of all things? I may not look it right now, but I'm still a beautiful Orthodox swordswoman from the Bakumatsu era Japan. Why is there a jetpack on my back? How does that make sense? I'm flying. Well, sure are. It is a jetpack after all. You're a new woman, Okita Soji. You are now the flying sword fighter who zips across the azure skies. Okita J. Soji.
First thing that popped into her mind.
Okita J. Soji? Wait, why is there a J in there? For a jet, of course.
Graves will not break underwater pressure.
That's not the point. I can't call it in public like this. Here, you can have it back. Why won't it come off? Well, that's because it's also your new life support system. Let's see, according to the M Drive Reactor's instruction manual, life support lasts for, what is it? I'm so sorry, I was in such a hurry I didn't read the instruction manual carefully. It says the life support only lasts for 72 more hours, or about 3 Earth days. You didn't read the manual. I'm not some plastic model. What if you got my legs mixed up? Wait, only 3 days? You mean I only have 3 more days left to live? According to the manual, yes. Again, I'm really sorry. I was only trying to help. I never wanted this to happen. Now what are we gonna do? Please, try to stay calm. Times like these, the best thing you can do is pour some hot water into a cup of noodles and have a think. That's it. I've got it. We can use the Holy Grail. There's nothing they can't do.
You never know. And, well, you never know. Though, to be fair, we still have yet to get MHXX alter. Instead, we got MHXI alter. Which means we just need MHXI as well.
And I'm pretty sure I remember someone saying if you win the 7 Duels of the Sword Beauties in Las Vegas taking place as we speak, you can get a Holy Grail for yourself. The 7 Duels of Sword Beauties.
And that's how we got to here today.
That's why I was trying to win the 7 Duels of Sword Beauties. So I could get the Holy Grail and cure myself.
So you only have 3 days left to live. Probably less.
What's more, between getting lost on the way here and carelessly getting yakisoba at the food stalls, I only have about 10 more minutes left. I had bad time management. This is ridiculous. No yakisoba was worth wasting your precious last hours of life. Hang on, what does all that have to do with you wrecking my gambling hall? Oh, that was just because Shinsengumi called. At least speaking, I can't let that unorthodox casino continue to operate. Yeah, because that's exactly why I hate the Manslayers Club.
That's awful. Why didn't you say something sooner? If I'd only known, I'd have.
It's okay. Sword fighters already put their lives on the line whenever they face each other. My condition had nothing to do with our fight. There's not a right or wrong when it comes to a duel. That's what it means to be lived by the sword. Remember that, Okasai.
Oh, J. Soji. Oh, I mean, I totally get where you're going from with Triple X. But I was gonna say, it is definitely possible because, while XX certainly has Rango Miniad, she hasn't experienced the, Lalter and Lartoria benefits of Rongo Miniad, if you get what I'm saying. And given that she technically has 2 Rongo Miniads, you know, those benefits are likely gonna be a bit more extreme, let's be honest here.
Okay, to Soji. Sorry, looks like my reactor's running low on power. And I'm starting to have trouble seeing, too. Master, could I make one last request?
Anything, Okita.
Could you help me see one last Las Vegas sunset before I go?
Aw, this is actually kind of sad. Poor Okita. Poor Okita. You know, why can't we just recharge the life support system, though? Like, seriously, we could totally recharge it, I'm sure. 4th Casino. Farewell, Jet Tenin Rishinryu. And it's against a foreigner. I thought you stopped watching that, didn't you, Alphabet? You said it wasn't that great. Or you said it started to not get that great. Although I have heard that Digimon Tamers might be getting a reboot or something soon. I think. Maybe. I think I heard rumors.
So this is a Las Vegas sunset. Beautiful. If I have to go, I couldn't ask for a better way to than have all of you here with me. Okita Soji. Okita Soji. Well, it looks like this is it. Once my jetpack's M drive shuts down, my life will go with it.
Okita. I'm not gonna keep repeating the J.
Hokusai, your swords may still be unrefined, but I can see the gleam of a beautiful gem inside them. Don't lose sight of that gleam. Make sure you polish it as brightly as you can. I hope you go on to win all of your other Sword Cutie matches. If our duel helps you do that, I can go out happy. I will, Okita Soji. I promise.
You didn't like the start? I mean, I heard it. I've only know a little bit of bits and pieces lately, but I do. Well, I'm not personally. I much rather prefer Ophanimon to Holy Drugmon as Angelomon's final form. But the fact that even though they went with her, they went with Patamon's beast form of his Mega. That actually seems pretty cool that they match up like that. I don't remember the name of Patamon's beast Mega form, though, off the top of my head. Gomamon is your child, so you need to watch the episode.
Thank you, Hokusai.
Oh, her eyes are actually darkening. It looked like her eyes were darkening.
Huh, this one feels nice. Farewell, my lifelong rifle.
Oh, that's... During the 7 duels of Swimsuit Sword Beauties, Okita Soji died in Las Vegas. Finn. Okay, that's actually kind of cool. And somewhat sad.
Man, what a downer to end a duel with. Though I'm sure she was happy she got to duel a sword fighter like you before she passed. Oh, there they are. Hey guys! Here where you've been all this time. Well, I was feeling a little hungry, so I stopped by one of those food stalls to grab a bowl of udon.
Called it.
Say, is everything okay? Did something bad happen? Well... Man, that udon was way better than expected. I've never had a croquet as a topping before, but damn it didn't hit the spot. I've pretty much been living on cup noodles lately, so having udon was a nice change of pace. XX. We also ended up running into each other at the udon stand. She was all like... You're a saber, aren't you? I can tell from your face. Huh? You're a berserker. Mind if I sit next to you?
Palmon got an armored Digivolution. Some things that are unfair in the anime. Palmon. Oh, Palmon. Right. Isn't that weird? It's not... It's like the cowboy thing, isn't it? I remember... I think you might have even sent me a clip of that, didn't you? It's like the cowboy thing, but it's supposed to be like Patamon, what Patamon would armor Digivolve into with the Crest of Serenity or something.
After that, we ended up getting along surprisingly well. So what's going on here? Why is everyone so bummed? Huh? Oh, hey, it's Okita Soji. I'm glad I ran into you here. How's the jetpack been working for you?
I'm afraid she's, well,
She fought one last magnificent swimsuit swordmaster duel, but now she's gone to that great battlefield in the sky.
huh? What are you talking about?
What do you mean, what am I talking about? If you hadn't installed that device on the only gave her 3 days to live, Okita would still be.
3 days? I don't get it. Okita told us that her life support would only be operational for 3 days. Oh, now I gotcha. Ponchomon. That's its name. It's a weird Digimon name. Yeah, that was a big goof on my part, mixing it with Galactic time and Earth time. In Earth time, the reactor in her jetpack is easily good for 7.2 million hours. Or about 800 Earth years. 800 Earth years! When I took a better look at her physical logs, it turned out she hadn't even died to begin with. My scanner just got the wrong idea thanks to her body's poor condition. You know, my scanner's kind of been on the fritz lately. I really should give it a serious overhaul. So, not only did Okita not actually die and was brought back to life as Frankenstein, she was just unconscious and probably could feel every last bit of torture XX's surgery did to her. Oh, Okita. Oh, she knew and she was embarrassed. She didn't want to admit it.
Well then, got anything to say for yourself? What is it you called yourself again? The most beautiful swimsuit-clad swordmaster of the Bakumatsu era? Wielder of jetpacks something something Rishin Ryu. How about it, Okita J. Zoji?
Okay, that's... okay. That face is adorable. Good lord. Look at that face. That is an adorable looking face. Where did I misread her on XX?
What?
Kabukimon, which is the armored digivolution of Tailmon using Crest of Reliability, and they didn't give us a Goemon armored digivolution. They haven't given you a Goemon armored digivolution yet. After all, Tailmon... Wait, Tailmon... Is that... No, they don't... Do they change... They don't change Digimon names from English to Japanese, do they? I don't think they do. Tailmon. I'm sorry, but I cannot envision what Tailmon looks like off the top of my head. I need to look that one up. Give me just a moment here to start this battle. It's just a foreigner, so Mount will win. To the Digimon Wiki. Or just... Tailmon? Oh, okay, so Gatomon. Okay, Gatomon. So... Oh, wait, no. Tailmon is Gatomon. Okay. Okay. I was a little bit confused there. You call it Tailmon there. Okay, gotcha. Got you. Gotcha. Okay. Doot. XX, what is your buff? Udon power. Sorry, XX, but you kind of deserve this. Okay. I'm pretty sure some of the names here are the same as the Japanese versions as well. But just like, Tailmon didn't pop out to me. Patamon and Palmon, yep. I mean, maybe there's that means there's room for more, you know. Armored Digimon. Gabumon. What can Gabumon digivolve into, out of curiosity? Hey, we got more missions complete. No, not Gabumon. Gomamon. Gomamon. What can you digivolve into with the armor digi-eggs? So it looks like Gomamon has 3 Digivolutions: Ikakumon, Gaugamon, and Mojayamon. I don't think Gomamon has a Cannon Armor Digivolution. So, I mean, if they do give him one, it'd be completely new.
I give up. You're right. This whole thing is my fault. I'm so sorry I didn't read the instruction manual more closely. This isn't the first time either. My spaceship's always falling apart because I skip a few steps on maintenance. I'd think I'd have learned my lesson by now. No, I'm just as much as blame as you are. I was so happy about my new swimsuit that I didn't watch where I was going. I'm sorry for losing my temper. No hard feelings? No hard feelings. Even if it was over a misunderstanding, I'm grateful for you for saving me. Thanks, Okita. You're not a saber anymore, are you? Now that you're an assassin, I won't have to kill you. From now on, I think you and I are going to get along just fine. You know, now that you can fly around like this, maybe you could even help me with my missions.
Blitz Greymon and Kresgarurumon. I've got to look these two up. Digimon.fandom.com. Blitz Greymon first. Not Litz, but Blitz. Okay. Oh, it's one of the... it's a mega form of him. So I'm guessing that Kresgarurumon is as well. Kresgarurumon.
You bet. As Okita J. Soji of the Jet 10 in Shinryu, it will be my pleasure.
Whoa! Kresgarurumon looks freaking awesome! He looks freaking amazing. Not gonna lie.
Calligraph, this is one of those instances that first to bring people together. All that aside, I still feel like I was unfairly maligned this time. Just me. Now, let's get back to that udon stand, shall we? I think I'll add a Karibo combo while I'm at it. My payday still weighs away, but today I'm gonna treat myself. Oh, for that, can you tell me how I can take this jetpack off?
When then OG Agumon turned into Skull Greymon, and this one he turned into Machine. I mean, I guess it kind of depends on like at what point he digivolved into it. Did he turn into Machine Dramon trying to reach Mega level? Like, was he already Metal Greymon and tried to go beyond that, or was he still Greymon and then tried to digivolve and he somehow got Machine Dramon?
Did the instruction manual say anything about it? Oh, it doesn't come off. Huh? I attach it directly to your spirit origin, so it never coming off as long as you wear that swimsuit. Never. Never. Guess you really will be sticking on for some time to come, Okita J. Soji. Jet, Sandanzuki. Demon King Killer for the second time today. Come on, XX, help me out here. There must be something you can do. What happened to this amazing servant versus scientific power you're talking about? Do you have any idea how much Mr. Hijikata's going to make fun of me if he sees me like this? Come on, look at the bright side. Thanks to that reactor, your body's never been healthier. Plus, you'll get to live way longer than any normal human. Alright, guess that doesn't matter for her spirits, huh? Well, anyway, all's well that ends well. This is not what I'm calling ending well. Oh, there's still the Holy Grail. That's exactly what that sort of thing is made for. As long as we have the Holy Grail, I'm sure we can work out something. Although, these things really are dangerous, aren't they? Causing revolts around the world, making people the Wisher doesn't like disappear. Don't change the subject, not unless you want me to cram this jetpack right down your throat.
I mean, considering the position that would have to be in, Okita. Damn, I didn't know you were into that. He got mad or sad because of Tai and turned into him. He got mad or sad because of Tai. Was he as... What level was he? Was he Agumon, Greymon, or Metal Greymon? That's kind of what I'm asking here. What level was he at before he became Machine Dramon? Metal Greymon and Weregarurumon got new weapons. I did see that. I did indeed see those. Weregarurumon also got wings, didn't he?
This turned out to be a hell of an ordeal. But anyway, everything's all wrapped up neat and tidy now, yeah? I guess so, at least we know that Okita will be okay now, right, Senpai? Let's just hope the Gudu in Vegas stays in Vegas, indeed. Alright, now that I know I'm stuck with this jetpack, I'll help you out too, Master. In exchange, if Hokusai managed to win all our matches, would you consider helping me get rid of this jetpack? You bet. So it's like it. It's like I say, no road is long with good company, and swimsuits make the world go round. No, wait, that doesn't sound quite right. Whatever the point is, we're glad to have you. At any rate, this takes care of our 5th swimsuit swordmaster match. Even if the match didn't quite go as we expected, and all we need to do is beat the one who runs the last 2 casinos, and that'll make it 7. Let's keep this momentum going into the next casino. Next casino, huh? Then it must be that one. You've discovered the truth, and you're back. Welcome back, J6, and you've discovered the truth. What is the truth? You know something about it, Okita J. Soji. Not that it matters to me, since I don't have any real reason to go there. Mind you, it might look like an ordinary circus-themed casino at first, but you underestimate it at your own peril. It's called Cirque de Requin. I don't know what Requin stands for. I really don't. So that ominous-sounding name means nothing to me. And we get another quartz. What truth did you discover is what I asked you, J6. What is this truth you've discovered? Okay. So I am going to really quickly here exchange some fragments. I'm gonna go up to 290 here. I do know that you're playing AVN. I'm gonna do a single 11 spin here to see if I can't, maybe more than a single. I kind of really do want Assassin Okita here, so I'm gonna go a little bit here. So Google Potamon. Also, loading out the wazoo here, so you know, maybe. He is a potato. He is an armadillo with a potato shell. Interesting. I don't know why you would say he's my favorite. I don't recall you saying any of the characters was super annoying. No. I do not recall. All I remember was that you kept talking about your waifu in that game. That is all I really recall. Come on, Okita, make this your victory. Not even Shiroha? I thought Shiroha was your waifu, J6. She ain't waifu. Oh, snap. She's just precious. Okay. I believe you, honestly. Come on. Don't let the loading screen be a lie. Also, it's like teasing me with all these pauses. You know? Hey, there we go. Loading is not a lie. Okita J. Soji is in my Chaldea. Not really. I'd much prefer a dragon. Of some sort. Besides, if it was a French fry Digimon, I might be tempted to eat it, you know? But alright, we got Okita J. Soji. Every servant on this summer banner has been obtained. I'm happy with that. Ah, she's been bullied a lot. Screw the bullies. Kill them all. And let God sort out the rest. Yep. Don't actually kill your bullies, though.
That's not sound advice. It's only advice in a VN. Or video game. So, Okita came home. 111 spin was all it took. I'm happy with that. I did promise I would get her, so, you know. Thank you for your patience, Master. The invincible swimsuit Okita finally makes her appearance. With my deadly jet Tenin Shinryu, I'll be the talk of the beach. Now come on, let's soar into the great summer sky together. I like that enthusiasm of Okita's. Alright, and her first skill is just crit strength and start gather, but remove 1 defensive buff. Gotta go to the bathroom and watch the new episode. That's fine, man. That is fine. Alright. I'm happy with that spin, though. I am happy. Also, because I forgot to do that earlier, let us really quickly here, before I proceed to do some farming, since we need to farm, we need to put... Where are they? She'll be under the assassins. So Okita's first skill 2/2, and then the bunny ruler 2/2 as well. Bunny ruler will be closer to the bottom. Inspect my Shiki? Okay, Shiki, wherefore art thou, Shiki? There is Shiki. Fujino. And there's Fujino. Good, no issues. What would you have taken issue with out of complete and utter curiosity? Like, what would you have taken issue with there? 5 rider class servants gets us 10 rider class servants, which we have not done actually. And then 15 with luck of A or higher gets us 5 arrowheads and the fun Jet Tenin Rinshin Ryu quest. No battles. This is just. It's not even a quest. It doesn't even give me anything. Well, what is the point of this? It doesn't give me anything. Is it just story? Oh, jeez. Sure, why not? Fujinon is Pog. I would like to fight her to the death. I feel like she could twist you into a pretzel, you know? So I finally settled this once for all, Manslayer Izo. Yeah, you can justify your hick swordsmanship as Jet Set Tenin Rinshin Ryu as all you like. I'll make a lick of difference. Okita's gonna smoke him. Okita and Izo are gonna fight a duel. Yes, they said that today was the day they finally got selling things. Where are they fighting, out of curiosity? This is something I would like to watch. The outdoor pool. Come on, Senpai, there's no time to lose.
Okita, on your right! Izo, watch on your left.
Almost there.
You're mine! Knock it off!
Master.
What the?
And they collide. So you're just splitting watermelons. That's right, we were competing to see who could be the first to split one while blindfolded.
I was just getting into before you came and interrupted us.
I'm sorry, I should have mentioned that the duel was only for watermelon splitting. I'll try to be better next time.
Hey, what's done is done. Now that you're here, Master, why don't you do and mash? Help us eat it.
He's having watermelon too, so you have no excuse. Go on, eat up. Thank yous. I'm not one for watermelon myself, but, you know, I'll take it. I also can see now why they both named for themselves during the Japan's Bakumatsu era. Their swordsmanship really shines through even when they're only up against watermelons. This is nothing.
Which, he said, this sort of thing is easy even with blindfolded. So who won anyway?
Oh, that would be me, Okita, the beautiful genius swordsman.
Are you kidding? It's me, the genius swordsman.
Oh, please, as if this beautiful genius swordsman would ever lose the likes of you.
Don't make me laugh. Have you even looked in the mirror lately? Or is the so-called beauty you're talking about?
Fine, then, if you're gonna go there, then let's settle this with which one of us is the biggest Bakumatsu badass once and for all.
Fine with me. Your silly Tenrin Ryu bumpkin excuse for swordsmanship always rubbed me the wrong way anyways.
What are you two doing?
I'm sure you're aware of this, Ciso, but once we face off...
Of course I'm aware. It won't end until one of us is dead, and that someone's gonna be you.
Good, just making sure. Alright then, here I go.
Ascension!
Prepare to die, Ciso. Photon missiles, go!
How is that swordsmanship? What the hell? Who brings missiles to a sword fight? Where's your honor? Damn it!
Honor? Really, please? The only thing that matters when it comes to duels is winning them.
What the hell?
Yeah, Okita be ruthless.
Don't worry, they don't really mean to fight to the death. It might not be obvious, but they're actually good friends. And I think he's just really happy getting to cross swords with Okita like this.
You think? It doesn't seem like that to you. Not to mention they're actually crossing swords at all. And this watermelon is really good. Have some Ryoma.
Hey, Okita, we'll never eat all this watermelon ourselves. Go tell the others to join us.
Good point. Watermelon tastes better when eaten with friends anyways. Sheer deliciousness. Oh, you better save me some watermelon too. Alter me.
Poor Izo. Who cares about the damn watermelon?
Poor Izo. Really not sure what the point in that was. Oh, maybe it was a complete... Oh, that was Master Mission's quest. Okay. So, I guess now we start doing these quests. They are Rider, and it looks like they dropped me the 3-star event currency. So this is probably going to be the permanent 3-star event currency node. And would you look at that, we have an under-leveled Okita, but one nonetheless. But you know, I will do this. First, though, I need to switch around, so... What party was it? It was the Okay, so it was at one point the Himeji party that I was using for here. So now it's gonna be... How much is changing? I need to keep Oi in the squad, though. I guess this is gonna do. This will do nicely. So forwards. About the truth you spoke of. She called you issues. She called you annoying and you were asking her for directions. That's kind of rude. Oh, you discovered why.
Do tell. I'm all ears.
It's because, Oh, by the way, I'm using your Shiki here, J6. I'm sure you know this, but I figured I'd let you know. I am using your Shiki. Check Discord because you don't know if it's good to say here. Okay, I will check the Discordo. Oh, shoot. Why is Discord... I closed out of Discord too when that ad started to play. So yeah, I don't have Discord open at the moment. You'll have to give me a minute or few here. And then I will check it out. And now Buster Blast. What's the bruh about? Did I do something wrong? Oh, excuse me. Also, while I'm not gonna do the quest, J6, what would happen if I used your Shiki to beat the challenge quest, Shiki? Just out of curiosity here. Just no reason at all, just sort of wondering. Decrease MPH. Oof. And then... Well, I told you I wasn't going to do it, or you could see. But I mean, what if I used your Fujino or your Shiki to do it? Would that make it okay? Legitimately curious here. Just asking for a friend, let's say.
Now that's what it is. I'm asking for a friend.
Early on. We're gonna use Fujino to kill this dancing coin. Because why not? Why not? Well. Welcome, Norukami. Welcome. Thank you very much for the raid here. Welcome to the stream. I'm pretty much in the midst of farming for the next casino to be unlocked, but thank you very kindly for the raid of you. Welcome, Wings. Welcome. I'm guessing you're on the raid train as well. But yeah, thank you kindly for the raid. It is appreciated. I am too looking forward to the random ascension every battle setting. I plan on using that probably mainly for Lambda. Say Salve Brazil. Salve Brazil. There you go. Norikami. Salve Brazil. I don't know what that means off the top of my head. I'm gonna use that for Shiki. Norikami is a friend of yours. Ah, nice. Also, Wings, since you're here, thank you very kindly for your excellent choice in support servants here. It has helped me out so freaking much in this event, man. Not even gonna lie. Your supports have been used quite a bit by me. Okay, let's see. Let's go with Kama this time. Get some diversity in here. Lambda, how close are you to Bond 2? Okay, within the next couple battles, Lambda should hit Bond 2. Hopefully by the end of the stream, fingers crossed here, Lambda will hit Bond 3, and then I can just rocket her straight to the top. She's just gotta hit Bond 3 first, so I can get that special Ascension line. She's just gotta. You know? It wouldn't be right to not let her hit Bond 3 first, you know? Alright. Kama. I feel might be a little bit overkill here. Just a little bit, you know? It's Kama after all. Within the next 10 to the 0th power or so battles, you should reach Bond 10. Oh, that E was supposed to be a 0. Gotcha. I was confused there, because 10 to the 0th power is just 1 in math terms. So it's like, so you're going to reach Bond 10 in the next battle. But I am still a fair bit away from all my Bond goals. Oh man, I need to get Scotty Bond 10 because her CE is so good. Scotty's Bond 10 CE is just, you know, chef's kiss good. It'll make challenge fights where I try to solo with Mount so much easier. How do you have that exact number, out of curiosity? I'm now wondering. Where did you get that exact number? Doot. But anyways, to everybody that came here from the raid, how have your days been? I hope that they have been going well in the grand scheme of things. You know? I do hope that your day is going well and that your rolls have been, I would say plentiful, but all of our rolls are the same. I hope your rolls have been lucky. There we go, that's better. I hope your rolls have been as lucky as mine have been. Bond NP5 Lambda. It's so nice to have her. She's Bond 9, level 10, 100, 10, 10, 10, 2K, 2K, NP5. Damn. I don't need more friends to help me in particular, but I'm always open to adding more friends to my repertoire. I'm always open to adding more friends, so I will send you that request after this battle here, Narukami. Thank you kindly for giving me your code. You slept the whole day. Oh, I'm jealous of you, Wings. I'm legitimately jealous of you right now. Gosh. I honestly can't remember the last time I slept the whole day awake. And it sucks, because I know I'm getting old, because I can't even sleep in on the weekends anymore. Like, legitimately. For some reason, I'm waking up at 7 o'clock in the morning on weekends, even when I was up till 2 o'clock the night before. I think I'm getting old, everybody. You're about to get 30 quartz in the next 3 hours. Nice. Very, very nice. You broke on Musashi, didn't roll on Merlin, and only got 36 quartz on Melton's failed. Rip, Wings, rip. I mean, hey, you're... At least you went broke on a good servant, you know? What MP level is your Musashi again? I can't recall. I'm pretty sure I've used her a time or two. NP2, there you go. So how are you going to get 30... Actually, it's, you're gonna hit a login streak reward, aren't you, GUI? You'll hit a login streak reward, that's what it's gonna be. One of the 50 iterations, I want to say. Something like that. Nice. Alright, so really quickly here. Hang on, I gotta clear out these people that I do not know of. Unknown people do not get accepted as friends. Especially people who just put MASH alone on their support setups and don't even level her up. Those kind of people are the worst. Mashu needs love and affection. Mainly for me, you know, but... So 064... 032... 782. And let us check your squad out, Norikami. Okay, so this is your primary squadron. Lots of 10-10-10s. NP3 base Musashi, got Kama, Gil, Arash. Good choice on Arash. Scotty, Semiramis, Raiko, Jalter. Level 100 Jalter is nice as well. And then this here support, you got Waver, NP2, Musashi, Swimsuit Seba, Tama Lancer. You have a very weird event setup here, I must say, Norikami. It is a very odd event support setup, I'm not gonna lie. Alright, so we will send you our request. In-game name is Soul for me. Newcomers get away with only MASH support for 2 weeks max. True. And I will go ahead and check out your Saber Shiki here, J6. I will do that. So J6, J6, J6 Hydra. Here is J6 Hydra's Saber Shiki. I was gonna make a joke about the blank command card there, that she was too shy to show herself in front of me, but I guess that's wrong. Painting Summer and 10-10-10. NP5. Very nice. And yeah, all in all, looking good. I have to say, though, I kind of prefer her second ascension. I'm a friend with Belle Kitsune. She's a Brazilian streamer. Am I? Which one of these is Belle Kitsune? Out of curiosity. Oh, you misread it. Gotcha. Why the second ascension? Why is it always the second ascension? I don't know. I think it's I think it's the way that the hair, you know. No, not the hair. No, it is the hair. I don't know. It's just like the. No, I actually think it's the hair. I do like long flowing locks of hair, I will not lie. I do like long flowing locks of hair, but something about sort of the ponytail look as well. Because that's what it kind of looks like. Not exactly a ponytail, probably more of a bun, but something about that just sort of screams elegance, you know? And I kind of like that look. I do. And honestly, if MASH had that kind of look, I would totally go for that look more often than not. Anyways, so the VIP here. I kind of want to bring this Okita, but I don't know. I think I gotta keep going. Actually, you are AoE, are you not, Ushi? Yes, Ushi is AoE. Let's go with Ushi here. And Lambda. One more and then Lambda's Bond 2. Fingers crossed. You just put damage plus character on. Anyways, people always need PP on Scotty. True. This is the QP event. More so than... And actually, what... I'm wondering, how much do the lotteries generally give per box? Let me see here. So the lottery events, how much do those tend to give? So let's go based off of December, Christmas 2020. You saw the movies. Not surprised there, J6. Not surprised at all. So let's see. So the lottery info. So one box tends to contain 4.45 million QP. It looks like. So very technically, by this point in the event, you've already made 25 boxes worth of QP. Damn. This event gives more QP than I thought. Also, I totally used the wrong servants there. I meant to use the Shelter's quick card. You've watched it 10 times. 13 hours of your life used 10 times, you know? That's not terrible. At least you're not my younger brother who has, by his own account, watched through the entirety of Naruto, like, 5 times. You know. Granted, it was a couple years back, but he watched through the entirety of Naruto 5 times. Alright, thank you for stopping by, and thank you for the raid, Norikami. It is greatly appreciated, and I look forward to seeing you in future streams. And I will probably check you out as well, since... And in fact, since you gave me a follow, I will go ahead and counter-follow you. Because it's only fair. So where is the follow button on this? There it is. Took a minute to load up, but there you go, Norikami. I will counter-follow you back. Alright. And thank you, GUI, for the follow as well. It is greatly appreciated. It is the ultimate trap card. Well, no, the ultimate trap card is if you were to sub to me and I were to counter by gifting 100 subs back, but that would cost a fortune, and I don't have that kind of money to spare. Maybe someday. Maybe someday that could be something I do, or somebody just gifts some subs to my channel and I could go to their channel and gift a bunch of subs back, but that's a far distant future. What's up, J6? And dun-dun-dun. I definitely need to think of a better setup for this, because this is going to take a while. I might have to swap out Shelter. Yeah, I might have to swap out Shelter, probably with Skaha. Skaha will probably work. May not have Bunny Artori, but you will have Shiki Artori. You will have Bunny Shiki. True enough. True enough. I managed to get lucky and get Bunny Artoria. I got lucky overall on this summer banner, to be honest. J6, you cannot say you're gonna kill anybody that gets your waifu in bunny costume, man. You just can't say that kind of stuff. I'll let it slide, but, you know, you can't be a yandere for your waifu. You can't. Mashu. Get some protection up here. And go like this. You got broken Musashi, you didn't have the chance to roll me another. Shiki's your waifu, bro. She can't be yours. Oh, snap. We're about to have a battle for Shiki waifu here in chat, aren't we? Well, but isn't Shiki technically the root? So can there not be a Shiki for each of you, Wings and J6? You both get your own Shikis, you know? Because Shiki is the root, so Shiki is everywhere, right? There does not need to be bloodshed. It doesn't work like that? I could have swore I remember reading in her lore that she was just like the physical incarnation of the root. Void was, at least. Guess I was wrong.
Oh, Ushi, what's that damage?
You like chaos. There is nothing wrong with a little bit of chaos, I will admit. Wow. Bartholomew is being a bit rough. Yeah, I'm gonna switch out my Jolter and look for... Okay, Bond 2 Lambda has been achieved. Excellent, excellent. I'm pretty sure Bond 3 comes fairly quickly following Bond 2. What's up, G6? I don't want... He does not even deserve to touch Mash's shield with his face as he gets imprinted into the ground. He's lucky he's not been burned in my Chaldea. I'll claim this, though, real quick. Okay, so... 200... 400... So let's claim these. I am really cleaning house with this event shop. Okay. I mean, Aresh is my... I've already burned him once. I did burn him once. To be fair, G6. I did burn him once. But GUI, Aresh is one of my waifus. I will admit. Aresh is one of my waifus as well. So, you know. Aresh is one of them. But, you know, like I said, there's multiple incarnations of them all. So long as you treat your Aresh fine and right, there's not going to be any issues between us, I feel. I know, I did hear the rumors that some Aresh could be a thing since last year. I don't remember who it was, but they got at the anniversary, they got a rank up quest. And then they became a summer servant, so I did hear those rumors as well. When was the last time you were on, Wings? Out of curiosity. Because I'm not getting you to pop up any time here. Wings. 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 There you are. An hour ago, that's why it is. Oh, sure. Can do, can do. I'll send you that ad as well. 081 419 312. Okay, let's take a look at your primary. Very nice, very nice. Level 100, 10, 10, 10 Aresh. Very nice, very nice. You just logged in, okay. And then, very nice support setup. You got Kama. You got Kama in her nugget form. That's fair. personally, I prefer Kama in her fully ascension form, personally. But, you know, to each their own. I can see why you might want Kama in her nugget form. Alright. You just logged in. Should show. Excellent. Alright, so if I do a refresh... There you are, Wings. There you are, indeed. So... You don't have the right CE on her, though. What CE do you have on... Okay, you have the damage CE. You know what? I'll take it. I'll take it. I've got enough pluses here. Do I have... Forgot to do this. No, I don't have any beyond this. I should. You know, I'm going to really quickly here make that CE maxed out here. So this one, 1, 2, 3, 4. First or second ascension Kama? You prefer Kama in the second ascension? I don't know. It's something about the fire limbs, you know? Yes, it causes her immense pain, but it looks metal AF, you know? I just can't deny it looks awesome. Nothing wrong with First Ascension, you know? Kama could also be considered a Dataru, in a way. I think she's in the tier 3 of my waifus, you know? I think Kama's probably in tier 3, maybe. Maybe 2. Maybe 2. There's a lot in the tier 2 category, though, that I don't know all of their names. I can't, like, pull out a list or anything off the top. I forgot to switch out Shelter. But yeah, tier 1 at the very tip top is Mashu, followed by Melt, followed by Aresh, followed by Shelter. And Oi, you know, if the interactions continue being this good in this event, Oi may very well find herself on the tier 1 waifu slots. Just saying. You know, I'm not ashamed to admit it. I am not ashamed to admit it. Okay. And you are indeed right. This is a lot more damage from this Musashi. Jean is greater than or equal to Aresh, who is greater than Tomoe. And then we go like this. Skill 1, right. Musashi can die in a blink. Trust me, I have experienced enough Musashis dying in a blink to know that is indeed true. So yeah, I will be sure to use that. I will check Discord here in just a bit here, J6. But yeah, I mean, personally, if the servant has a canonical ship, or if I ship them with somebody, you know, they're not on the waifu chart. Tomoe is definitely a big sis type character, you know, just because she canonically has a husband, so I respect that. I respect that for Tomoe. This should be Musashi's NP here. Musashi just hits like a freaking beast, man. There's a small part of me that regrets not rolling for Summer Musashi. Very small part. You know? But it is what it is. Can't change the past, can't roll for her now. Yep, she's totally off banner at this point. So there's no possible way for me to roll for Summer Musashi. 0.0% chance. Oh, her NP, though, is something else. Musashi's NP is something else. I have not gone to Discord just yet here, J6. Let me turn off display capture right quick. Oh wait, I forgot. I completely closed out of Discord. Ah, yes, that would be indeed a way to cause some bad feelings when asking for directions. Scary now. I was not gonna looking at the stream. That should be Misashi's stream. Let's see what he thought he was gonna do. I'm not that dumb. As long as Yoshinaka's isn't summonal, Tomoe is fair game for you. That's understandable. That is understandable. What was I about to do? I was gonna do something. I can't remember what it was. I'm sure it'll come back to me. It'll come back. Oh, you didn't notice it the entire time we were on. Yep, change Jalter. I do remember that I was going to change Jalter. I do recall that. Oh, shoot. I forgot that when you continue a quest, you can't modify your party. I'm brilliant, I swear. I swear, I'm a genius sometimes, you know. Sometimes my genius astounds even me. Also, it is currently Reflector that is lagging, not your stream, if you're wondering what the dropped frames there was all about. I definitely need to see about upgrading to Reflector 4. Hey, Poggers. Welcome to the stream. Happy things, happy things. And yes, I am aware of what I just said. But suffice to say, I will never say it in its appropriate manner. I'll never say that word in the appropriate usage, only as a name. Or I guess if somebody donates enough, I guess. It's going well. It's going pretty decently well. I'm working my way towards the 5th casino at this point. Just because I'm taking it nice. Well, I can't say slow and steady. I'm not using many apples. I will admit I've used a couple apples here and there, but only a couple. For the most part, I'm natural AP, which is why I'm so far behind the grind. But how goes it for you? How goes it for you? Come on, Musashi. Bigger NPs. Get that gain. Probably should do this. You're farming QP hard on JP, especially since they put 3 million minimum. Wait. What? There's a QP node that gives 3 million QP minimum now. Holy cow, how much does that cost AP-wise? Like, what's the AP cost of that sucker? If that's 40, then damn, that's a good deal. 40, oh. Nobody even is going to do any of the other nodes now at this point, man. Jeez, it's like... Okay, so we're going to... Because I did hear that they increased the... Why did I use that skill? I did hear that they increased the amount of QP that you could hold. So they used the brilliant idea of, you know what? Let's go ahead and give them all the QP you could ever want for as much as the former most QP node. Camelot VIP costs 40 AP and 400k quartz. Oh, I'll have the quartz, no issues. Yep, I did see that there is 5-star experience nodes as well. That's gonna be so good. Like, really good. Examples of you leaving bad first impressions. Well, I just thought I was kidnapping her when you were sitting here. Another found walking around town half naked because her shirt was stolen by kids she didn't know. And your cousin thinks you're a weird guy on multiple occasions due to some things that keep happening on the island. That certainly sounds like... That is certainly a VN. That is certainly a visual novel in a nutshell. Level 120, Lolly Lancelot. I don't really know what Lolly Lancelot knows. I only know the, like, not true names for most of the Lost Belt 6 servants. Because I try to go relatively blind on a lot of things. I only know of the 4 Fairy Knights, Percival, Gawain, Tristan, and Lancelot. Those are the 4 fairy knights I know of. I know Oberon is a potential servant. And I know Morgan is a servant. Those are the only 6 Lost Belt 6 servants I know of. Okay, what was I about to do? You know, I'll burn a golden apple. Tailmon's final level of emotion. Is it Ophanimon? I could have swore that it was the other thing. Oh, you told me the last one that you forgot? I kind of guessed that. You know, so Lancelot is a lolly in fairy form. That's something, I'll certainly say. Oh man, that's a lot. That's a lot more bonding than I thought it was. I could have swore that was like 2,000 bond points to bond 3. Well, looks like I'm on the long road here to bond 3. So who do I replace Shelter with? But of course, Skaha. There we go. That should make things go a little bit faster. And yes, Digimon is branching evolutions out the wazoo. Digivolutions, I suppose I should say. I mean, even in the anime, they have a fair few. Well, can Musashi loop, out of curiosity, Wings? Like, legitimately, I have no idea if Musashi can loop through this node or not. Because if Musashi can loop, then I might go for that strat, just to make things a little quicker. Only with double... Okay, so yeah, I wouldn't be able to loop her then. I don't even have normal Tamamo. Which sucks. I would very much love to get normal Tamamo, but sadly that is not to be the case. Right now, at least. After all, the free 5-star servant thing is happening, you know. Sometime early next year, Tamamo might just be the choice. Castoria as well will be very good. Oh, I do also know about Vitch. I do know about the Vitch. Which, you know, I wonder how often you could say that before you get censored because they think you're saying something else. Yes, I do know about Tamamo Vitch, the gun Halo servant. Because, good lord, that ascension is amazing. A halo of guns. You can loop once with Summer Mystic Code and double bar NP buffs. Might be something I need to look into. Of course, I might also switch from this node. Because I don't know if this is better for QP-wise or if I should go back to the Archer node. Maybe. I'm not sure just yet. I'll definitely do the Archer... Oh wait, what am I doing? Gerp. I'm definitely going to do the Archer node when I get Lambda leveled up, but... look up Pomumon. Oh, Musashi. Oh, Musashi. A bird that looks like a plant. Interesting. Oh, and I gotta do this one at least 4 times more. Think Bride, Tomo, and Paracelsus could work. Yeah, I don't have Bride either. So you're doing this. First battle, pass with face cards, try to gather the MP. Second node, use Musashi's skill 2 with Summer Mystic Code 1 skill. Summer Mystic Code skill 1. And then on the last node, use the 50% buff from Scotty or Waver. We have to kill more Oni. Jeez, you'd think this would have Raiko as a support. Okay, just keep going like this, I think. And let's see. If you leveled Paracelsus in your... I'm pretty sure I do have Paracelsus leveled because I'm almost... Why did I choose... That was the wrong servant. I'm pretty sure... I need to get my eyes checked clearly, first off. I'm pretty sure Paracelsus is leveled up for me. Just because I'm pretty sure Wobbuffet put a lot of channel points into getting him leveled up, but he got leveled up. But, yeah. Talmacaster. She is currently probably the highest possibility of me going for when it comes to the free 5-star. She is pretty much the primary choice. Wait, I think I might be... Swap Shisho with a Waver or a Scotty for 50% bar. Probably would be... Probably go Waver. Just for versatility's sake. I don't have Europa Wobbuffet, and I'm not likely going to be rolling for her. Just as a note. Yes, plus 3 points to Kiritsugu Emiya. Not Docs. I gotta stop going to the Docs one. Keep forgetting that I made it an Excel doc. So Geronimo instead of Wobbuffet? Okay. That can be done. So that puts Kiritsugu at 21. And Geronimo plus 2. Yes, I remember. You made the spreadsheet for me. I misspoke there. That's my mistake. Thank you again for making the spreadsheet for me. I should probably use this skill. But yeah, I'm definitely getting the feel to need to, I accidentally go to the dock. It's my bad. I am, in fact, in the spreadsheet. I need to find Geronimo. So Geronimo will be a fair bit lower on this queue. Oh, Geronimo, Geronimo. Plus 3 to Geronimo. There he is. So, cut. And that will place him at position number... Hang on. Nope. I can't cut. I need to just drag and drop, don't I? What happened to him? I didn't delete him, I swear. There he is. I guess I did paste him. Okay, focus me. Focus. Yep, so that places Geronimo at position number 9 for the level up order. Currently, Kiritsugu is in the lead, followed by a far ways away Ushiwakamaru, then Parvati, then Saliri, Adelante, Agemia, and Geronimo. And finally rounding out the top 10 is Lubu. And all the way at the very bottom, we have Ishtar. Summer. Poor Ishtar. I don't know. I don't remember who moved Ishtar down to the bottom. I really don't remember who moved Ishtar down to the bottom of the list. And I have no idea why she was. I have no idea. I don't remember who did it, but I remember somebody put Ishtar, Summer Ishtar to -2. Yeah, again, I don't remember who did, but somebody did. Okay. We are a fair bit away from getting to the next checkpoint here, too. Well, I don't think we're going to get Bond 3 Melt in the course of the stream, unfortunately. Also, exit out, replace Shisho with Waver. Replace Shisho with Wava. But first, since I've got the spare cubes, get the gunpowder. I'm almost done with the 3-star material. All I will need is the extra 200 for that meteor foe, and then the 450 there. And then I'll have enough for all that, and we can not really need to farm this node. But I do think, though, that given the fact that I'm not going to get Lambda up there in this stream, I think it is probably time for me to call this one here. So before I do fully call it, though, I am going to start this next one, and I'm going to see if there is anybody else smaller streaming FGO to, you know, pay it forward with a raid here. So let me go to Fate Grand Order, and let's see if there is anybody I recognize. Of course, if anybody here has any suggestions as to who to raid here, I will gladly take your suggestions in mind. Chronicles on. Might be him. Might be him. Back. Not gonna listen to ads. I don't need to get copyright struck. Task Pool is a cool guy. Okay. So Task Pool. There he is. Kron should be punished with push-ups and sit-ups. Again. Okay, so let's see here. Between those two, then, essentially. Good lord. This is not... This has been going faster, I think, maybe? But... So... Task is at 26 viewers. Kron is at 5. You follow a lot of FGO streamers. Nothing wrong with that, though. Nothing wrong with following a lot of FGO streamers, you know? The real question, though, is do you follow the FGO Twitch page? That's the real question here. I should probably proc that evasion on Musashi at this point. Keep her alive. It's at the very top. You can just press follow, and I think you just follow the Fate Grand Order in general. I have no idea what that would do, though. Like, would you get notified if everybody that goes live with FGO or what? But, So, looks like Task Pool here is ranking Summer Servants for some reason. Just based off of things. Whereas Chronicle... So between those two, who do you think? Chronicle, Chaos, or Task Pool? Who should I send a relatively small raid, but a raid nonetheless towards? Because it is getting kind of late, and I do have to do other things. There's a Spanish VTuber as well. I didn't realize there was a Spanish VTuber for FGO. That sounds kind of awesome. Throw this on here. And do. You do follow FGO's Twitch page, you didn't know that. Hey! Well, I guess that means you won't get spammed with every single person that goes live with FGO. So that's good to know. That is indeed good to know. Okay. So, I'm probably about maybe 11 more quests off from getting the QP requirement for this. How long is Casino 5? So Casino 5 will require you to get up to 130 million. It looks like. Oh, I'm sure, without the language barrier. I'd learned Spanish for 4 years in high school, and barely any of it stuck to me, unfortunately, you know? Alright, so, yeah. So, yeah, I think I'm going to be sending a raid out here soon. For now, though, thank you guys so much for coming out to my stream. I hope that you did enjoy. Thank you once again to Norukami for the raid he sent my way. But yeah, I do hope you enjoyed. If you did, make sure to drop me a follow here on Twitch so you know when I go live. And if you want to check out more of my content, you can go to my YouTube channel, same name as this one, where there is a massively massive backlog of stuff to watch. Once again, thank you guys so much for coming out. I hope you enjoyed. Have a fantastic evening, everybody. And it is time to send a raid. So, let's see here. Chronicle Chaos. Alright. It looks like he is farming the exact same thing I was just farming, but he's double Scotty Zerker lotting it. Why did I not think of that? Why did I not think of double Scotty Zerker lotting it? I'm stilly. But once again, thanks for coming out. And 3, 2, 1, let's raid.